Good morning. Welcome to the Angel and Tina Morning Show. It is Friday.
It is Friday. It is Friday, and it's Good Friday.
It's Good Friday, yes.
And it's my wedding anniversary today.
Happy anniversary. How many years?
27.
Wow.
27
Congratulations.
Years. Crazy. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah. So my husband and I, all week long, there's a weird story about our wedding day. We originally were supposed to get married April 9th, 1994. So it read same forward and backward, 4994. We would always remember it. And that was our big old plan. But I got pregnant. And so we moved it up.
Now the whole world knows that you got pregnant before your wedding.
Got pregnant. So we did it April 10th, 1993. And so now it messes us up. So all week long, we're like, which day is our anniversary? Is it the 9th? For 27 years, we have had this funny little, like, which day is it? Is the 10th? Is it the 9th? And we have to remember the whole story. And so then yesterday, I'm saying happy anniversary to him. And
he was like, it's not till tomorrow.
He's like, not till tomorrow. I'm like, but I'll forget tomorrow. So I'm telling you today.
I'm telling you a day prior. So you want to know what's kind of funny? You know what I was doing April 9th, 1993?
I do want to know.
I was at my senior prom.
Wow.
You're so cute. So cute. Lauren, where were you April 10th, 1993?
She wasn't even born yet.
Yes, I was. I was born in 86.
What?
Yeah. I'm 34.
You were like 22 years old.
No, I'm 34. So I was born in 86. So 93, I would have been in elementary school, middle school.
Yeah, like 8 years old, 9 years old.
Yeah. So I was in Dayton, Ohio then.
Wow.
Okay. Courtney, where were you April 10th, 1993?
I was 11. So I was born in 82. So I'm sure
I was really old.
I don't know. I have no clue what I was doing at that point in time.
Oh my goodness.
I was fat. I remember that. I was fat when I was little. Yeah. Until I was 13, I was fat. Like I lost 27 pounds in 1 month. And then
gosh.
I went from, when I went from my 7th grade to my 8th grade year, it was like nobody even knew who I was. I got contacts instead of glasses. That's all I remember about that time.
You had a whole life change.
Yeah, it was completely different.
I want to know how you lost 27 pounds in a month.
I don't know, but I ended up at the age of 13 with having to have my gallbladder removed because I lost weight so quickly that so I had I was like the second youngest person in the country to ever have their gallbladder taken out at that point in time. So
and it was because you lost weight so quickly.
Because I lost, the bile, your gallbladder stores bile, and bile breaks down fats, and my body was breaking down fats too quickly, and I just completely, I got really, really sick, and Christmas Eve, I had to go to the hospital, and I had gallstones. So they thought they told me it was gas for a long time, but it was gallstones. And they're like, no, you have gas. And I'm like, no, it can't be. It can't be that. It could be something else, but it's definitely not that. And sure enough, they did an ultrasound, and that's exactly what it was. So,
oh my gosh. Wow.
Big defining, scary moment in my life.
Well, losing 20 pounds in a month sounded kind of like cool until you said
that. I was like, yo, I need to do that. How do you do that?
I did it again. I did it again about 8 years ago with 8 years ago, I lost 29 or 30 pounds in a month, but I had mono. I was on bed rest for 28 days. So you don't want to try either way that I tend to lose weight. It's not good.
But it works, right?
I'm not wearing my wedding ring right now because my little fingers are like little fat sausages and my wedding ring is too tight.
They said that maybe we should start wearing our mask in the house too, so it keeps us from
keep us from eating.
Very smart. Very smart. Yes.
Okay, so Courtney, how are you quarantining? How's your
I'm not. South Carolina is not quarantined at all whatsoever. I'm at my office working along with my staff.
How
So
is that possible?
Wait, what?
because nothing has really changed here. They issued an order on Tuesday that you could not, let me see. So they shut down the retail stores, department stores and stuff like that. But all businesses
just on Tuesday?
yeah, so all the businesses
Here
are
we
still
are,
open.
we've been quarantined for almost a month.
Yeah. All the businesses are still open. The governor issued and said we could still recreate, whatever that means. We could still go see our family. And he even said we could go to church. If we couldn't do it online, they preferred us doing it outside. And if you couldn't do it then make sure you're 6 feet apart. So
What?
completely different here in South Carolina. So we're an open state. I don't think you can come in. So they've shut everybody
I'm
from
gonna be
coming.
on my way. I'm only like an hour away from you. I'm on my way.
Telling you, it's great. I mean, and my staff, I sent probably 10 of my staff members home to work from home last Monday. 3 of them came back to work. We've hired 3 more people this week. So nothing has changed in our world other than part of our staff is not here.
Oh my gosh.
Working from home.
I've been on quarantine for a month. For a month.
Crazy girl. I mean, we don't, I stopped them from going to restaurants and out to eat the restaurants are still open. As far as drives, you got to get drive through and stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, things are they're not
You
the
guys
same.
have
here.
any corona cases there?
We do. I mean, like 600 in some cases, probably, I think, I don't watch the news. I tend to focus on what I can control and that is not something
I do the same.
Wow.
Yeah. All I know is, I take really good products every day. It boosts my immune system. I don't have to worry about it. And I gave my staff all products and told them that they, could either take them or, I would fire them. And, so we're doing good. We're doing great. Yes. It's a little
Get
tricky,
healthy or you're fired.
yeah. But our clients, we built our organization so that no clients come to our office. So, clients aren't allowed to come to our office, not because we don't want them to, but because it just messes up what we're trying to do. Yeah. And, our focus, all of our clients are all over the country. So nothing has really changed. I mean, and we have 50-50. We have clients who are network marketers, probably 50%. And then we have brick and mortar clients. Thankfully, the network marketers are like, everything's great here. We're doing amazing, blah, blah, blah. Brick and mortar's freaking out. Like, what do we do? Tell me about the PPP. Like, if I hear PPP one more time, I think I'm going to lose it. But, trying to just navigate through this whole process has been completely and utterly insane. And helping people, and they're just really lost. And so, our focus is to try to, one, give them hope, calm them down, let them focus on the only thing they can focus on right now to grow their business is sales. And then we'll all get through it. So
I'll tell you what, anybody who had a network marketing business, an online business, e-commerce, they are
They're doing it right now.
They are. They're doing great. How about you, Lauren? How's your quarantine going?
It's going really well. We've been on lockdown for 3-4 weeks now. Mm-hmm. And for me, I already work from home and my business is all online. So it's not affecting that business. I am in the process of opening a restaurant here in La Jolla, which is one of the suburbs of San Diego. And I thought that lockdown would affect the process with the restaurant because we're still in the phase of getting permits from the city before we start construction, and we're still moving forward on it. So thankfully, business has not been affected by the lockdown.
You have an idea of when you might, when were you planning to open the restaurant?
We don't know because we haven't started construction yet.
Okay. Okay.
So we're still in full motion as we were.
And so they're still doing construction, the permit offices and all of that is all still open and the process is still flowing.
Still flowing.
So remember I told you I was in my senior prom, April 9th, 1993. I went to La Jolla High School. That's where I'm from.
So next time you're here, you'll be able to come to my restaurant.
Exactly, because I barely got out of San Diego the day they went on lockdown. I flew out
I know.
like
You
4
almost
hours.
got stranded. You
Mhm.
almost got stranded. And my girls, they're ready to go. They're going home back to Florida next week. We're hoping. We'll see if they can. We don't know if they'll be able to fly. But that was the plan. Was
But they don't have a job, do they?
No, they don't. But they're supposed to move out of their apartment at the end of the month and move in same complex, but into a different apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
And then, their lease is up at the end of the month and they were moving. And so they're supposed to go back and move. And so I told them, I'm like, just see if they can delay that a couple weeks so you can stay. And she's like, Mom, I think it's time for us to go home.
Mom, I love you, but
right. It's not the same. Like, it's not the same for them. Like, they're not in their own apartment, right? Yeah, they're here with the family and it's been fun quarantining. I think they're just ready to be done quarantining. They want to go back to work, right? They're like, I miss going to the park. I miss all my kids work at Disney. And so they're just like, I want to go back to the park. I want to see the fireworks. Like, I just miss my friends.
But nothing is open though, right? This is still Disney is still closed.
They are still closed with no clear opening date in sight. And of course, even when they open, like, what will that look like for any of us? And I'm looking at events. My, Melanie texted me and she's like, all my May events are getting canceled. All my May events were already canceled.
Really?
And
I
now
have two May events still on the calendar, but they're going to end up getting canceled.
Yeah. So I know you're doing Manny Lopez's She Overcomes, or Manny's wife. She Overcomes. I wonder if they'll do that digital instead.
They might. So I'm scheduled for the She Overcomes conference and the Cervex conference.
I was supposed to do Cervex in April in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I know a lot of it has gone online, a lot of digital stuff. I still can't get over, Courtney, that you guys have not been on quarantine. Like, that just blows me away. We're all over here going, what do we do? How do we handle it? And they're like, business as usual.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
and these commercials, all these like fast food restaurants and stuff, they have twisted their whole marketing campaigns to Burger King is delivering for free. Yeah. I was like, what? I'm like, when did all this happen? Did they have this all like ready to go?
Ready to go. No, they have been able to pivot, which is pretty incredible. Have you had delivery service? Have you had people delivered to you?
We just been going out into the drive-thru and getting
it. We had pizza delivered the other day. It was like this covert operation, right? Because, you can't interact with them, so we have this little table out on the patio and everybody's got masks.
Did they tell you to put a table out there?
We just had one. We're like, because you're not supposed to interact with them, right? They're just supposed to leave it and then tell you it's there. Psst, buddy, there's a pizza on your porch.
I love it.
It was really funny. It was funny, but it's just.
Even Little Caesars is doing like these little operations where you don't have to touch nothing. You put your little credit card in, you get your little pizza out. You're not touching nobody. I was like, what? How did all this happen in like the last 2 or 3 weeks? Did they formulate this whole process here?
Right. And the little stickers at the grocery store. My parents were telling me they have stickers on the floor, because I haven't been to the grocery store, but that tell you to stand 6 feet apart from the people in front of you.
And this marketing people, they were on top of it.
Yeah. Well, those entrepreneurs, those business people, we are creative.
Yes.
We are creative. We
It
did our.
took us 12 hours to learn how to pivot, and we launched the Connect Summit.
I know. First Connect Summit, right? We did. We've got the next one coming up next week. Yep. I did my virtual boot camp yesterday. And we're figuring stuff out. We are just absolutely figuring stuff out. Well, I love it. Well, let's get on to our fabulous guests that we have here on the Angel and Tina Morning Talk Show. We just want to say good morning. Thank you for joining us. We hope we are a bright spot to your day, a bright start to your day. We've been having a whole lot of fun putting this show together this week and bringing you incredible guests. They've all had just these great tips and ideas and things that we can do and implement. And they've been such givers with all of their goodies and their opt-ins.
We've gotten a lot of daily habits. We've gotten a lot of at-home workouts, things that you can do at home, sitting at your desk. Yeah. So I wonder how many of you guys are implementing all those habits that you learned this week.
I know there's a lot of good stuff though. Like, ooh, here's a little, and they're all just like these little tips.
Yes.
Little things. Although we did have to do the 22 push-up challenge yesterday. We got nominated for, so our whole family went out and did that. That was kind of crazy.
That was amazing watching you do that. I was like, that won't happen.
All right, so we've got Courtney Epps. She is a tax strategist. She's an author, international speaker, philanthropist. She owns a full-service accounting firm in South Carolina that is still up and running. She has clients in every state. She's owned her own practice for 17 years. Her experience is in public and cost accounting, providing clients with tax preparation, tax planning, income tax accounting, and consulting services to better run a business. With years of experience, she has developed advanced technical skills in a wide variety of tax and accounting areas, and she served her clients from startups to 120 million in sales a year. She's worked with companies that span across a range of industries and sizes. She has developed a broad expertise of industries, including doctors, real estate, construction, convention companies, coaches, speakers, as well as home-based and network marketing businesses. Courtney, welcome to the Angel and Tina Morning Show.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
Courtney, can you tell everybody? I love our story, how we met. It was just like a God ordained story.
It was insane. So, I'm at in the Charlotte airport because I thought it would be smart for you, because all of our family was going to I was speaking at GoPro Recruiting Master in December, and so all of our family was going. So I was like, we'll save $600 or $700 and we'll just drive to Charlotte. It'll be just as easy because Greenville to Charlotte is always delayed, and so I'm like, we're better off to go to Charlotte. So I went straight to Charlotte, and we get there, and Frontier. Oh my God, Frontier.
I think they canceled like 3 or rescheduled our flight like 3 times.
They did. And we were supposed to leave out at like 8:00 in the morning. We ended up leaving at 1. Was it 1 o'clock?
It was at least 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Do you know, I scheduled 2 flights that day. Like, didn't know. I knew one went through because I just needed one as a backup because I was freaking out. And then one I actually didn't even realize I scheduled for December 24th. So it was a flight that popped up. It's like, you're supposed to go back to Las Vegas. And I'm like, I'm not going to Las Vegas. Oh gosh. So it was crazy day. So Tina, she happened to be on the same flight. I don't know where she was going. And
I was going to Vegas too.
Yeah, she's going to an event as well. And I was freaking out, didn't know what in the world to do. My five of my 6 kids were with me and my husband. And, we were making a decision of, do I just fly out and leave you guys here, or do I wait on you? And it was crazy. But last minute, we finally got a flight. They came in. Everything was all good. Never Frontier again. Never, ever, ever, ever. Ever, ever, ever. You get what you pay for, is all I got to say. So I'm going to always pay more money, and I'm going to get Delta or American or whatever else they have flying, on the flying in the air after this is all over with.
Never, ever.
Had a Delta flight. So her husband walked her over to Delta on the other side of the airport. I told her, I said, listen, I'll stay with the kids. And then
you didn't know her. You didn't know her?
I didn't know her from nothing. She watched my bags when I went to the bathroom. I watched her bags.
That's how we met. Can you watch my bags? I have to go to the bathroom. I was like, okay, well, whatever. Sure.
And then her husband went to go take the kids to get something to eat, and she was going like looking around, and I was like, I'll watch him if you need to go. She's like, oh my God, thank you. Because all her kids and stuff are all over there. But her husband walked her over to Delta, and I watched the kids, and then people were like, oh, the flight, we're leaving in 45 minutes. And I was like, oh my God, get your mom on the phone.
It was crazy.
Like, come back, hurry, come back.
Yeah. And then we happen to know Robert Wall together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is the craziest thing that we know. He's a great friend of mine. And, and we have that connection. So it's a very small world.
Yeah. It was just all God ordained. It was funny.
It is a small world.
It was not funny. It was so scary. I was freaking out. I almost missed my flight. I almost did not get to speak at the largest event of my entire life because of $500 or $600.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid. Like 10,000 people.
All planned out. The limo was at the airport picking them all up. Like they were they were going first class, you know, like her whole family. She wanted her whole family to be there.
Yes.
So it was.
But you made it. You made it.
I made it. It was
and you
great.
got to speak to.
Got to speak. 10,000 people.
On a stage of 10,000 people.
Yes.
Yes. What did you share? What did you speak on?
Tax strategy. So I free up money. I work alongside speakers, coaches, trainers, and network marketers, and I free up money so people can use the services that you are offering them, and then also get involved in a home-based business, and then they can stay in long enough to win, or use the product long enough to actually get successful with it. And then I teach people how to keep more of their hard-earned money when they actually make it. So that's kind of what I do for a living. I speak all over the world, and I also, you know, now I'm on Zooms and lives and stuff, you know. I felt like I was in quarantine before, because January through April 15th, I don't ever leave my office. Like, you know, so it's not, there's no difference. Like nothing has changed in my world. I didn't go anywhere before. You know, I guess it's changed a little bit for our kids, but we homeschool 6 kids. So that's not changed. You know, back in the day when I took my kids out of public school, everybody thought I was crazy. And I'm like, look what happened. We're all homeschooled.
We are. I know our schools, and I think across the country, right? They're not even going back. They're not even going back this year. All right. Well, so give us some tips. How do we keep our money? How do we, because I know a lot of people are freaking out right now about the changes. I mean, I think that's been all week long. We've been talking about finances, and we've been talking about health, right? Those are the 2 biggies. So what you got for us, Courtney?
So the biggest thing, you know, I try to explain to people that there are 2 tax systems in this country, and one is for the W-2 employee. And there's a lot of W-2 employees. They're no longer W-2 employees anymore. They're on unemployment. And then there's a second tax system, and that's for the business owner. So most people think the 2 tax systems are for the rich and the poor. That's not true at all. What happens is that business owners get massive tax deductions by having a business, by creating economy, by increasing and stimulating the economy constantly, and then by hiring employees. And so employees then have to pay the taxes. So if you understand that, especially now, there's never been a better time to have some sort of home-based business. And I don't care what that looks like for you. I don't care if it's network marketing. I don't care if it's affiliate marketing. I don't care if you just start your business from scratch. But what I do share with people is that you would be brain dead not to own a home-based business of some sort, because of the ability to take massive tax deductions off of your living expenses. So you can actually redirect living expenses, turn those into business expenses by having a home-based business. So I'm not talking about spending a ton of money. You know, right now, what I'm talking about is you find something you're passionate about, something you can open your mouth about and tell people about it. And the sheer attempt to earn an income is what allows you to have tax deductions. So I heard some statistics. It's been about 2 years ago now, and I completely restructured my entire company. So I was really focused. I went to a Tony Robbins event about 3 years ago. June will be 3 years ago. And I realized I was undervaluing myself massively. That I was
anybody else ever feel like you've been undervaluing yourself massively?
Yes. And the other thing is that I was self-sabotaging myself. So I wasn't allowing myself to be successful, because I'd lost an insurance agency and accounting firm that I owned 10 years ago. And that agency, I sold it. I put it up for sale. Had a lot of personal issues going on, put it up for sale. And the guy who I sold it to after 4 months stopped paying me. And I was $250,000 in debt. My bills were $9,000 a month, $8,000 or $9,000 a month. I had a 5-year non-compete in the entire state of South Carolina. So for anything involving insurance or accounting, and every time I tried to get a job, he would threaten to sue the owner of the company. And although it wouldn't hold up in this state, you have to have an attorney in order to fight for your business. And so I was unemployable. And so thank God my parents got me involved in my first network marketing company. And that's how I ended up rebuilding my entire accounting practice. So in 6 years, we went from $9,000 a year in accounting to the last 6 months, we've made $1 million. So life's completely different. But the biggest thing, I went to that event and I said, my focus, I need to teach people and help them not do what I did and take the road I call it the road less stupid. So I became a fractional CFO and for multiple companies, and I had 15 up until October. I let them all go. And the thing is that I wanted to help people, business owners, not do what I did wrong. And I was very successful in that. I grew very, very quickly. And in August of 2018, I heard some statistics by Grant Cardone that redirected everything I was doing, because it's easier to be a fractional CFO for 10 different companies paying you 10 grand a month and just be able to stay at home and spend time with your family and not have to deal with so many clients. So that was kind of my goal. I didn't have to work, hundreds of hours a week during tax season. And when the statistics go like this, that the average, and this was before the pandemic, okay, is that the average household income makes $60,000 a year. So 60 grand a year is the average household family of 4. They pay $14,000 in taxes. After that, that leaves you with a take home of $46,000. And the cost of living in America is $53,000. So what's the problem? The average American household before the pandemic was going in debt $7,000 a year to work 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year to take 2 weeks paid vacation. And I literally stopped dead in my tracks when I heard that. I was on my way to Tampa, Florida. I was actually on my way to meet the owners of a network marketing company and look at going back into network marketing. And because me and my husband had made a decision that once I got my accounting practice up and rolling, that I could join a network marketing company if I wanted. And so I turned around and went back home, because I realized at that point in time that I had a gift, that I was put on this earth. I figured out my purpose was to help people understand, as an accountant, as an outsider looking in, that if you just got involved in some sort of network marketing company or affiliate marketing or had a home-based business, that it would guarantee you to save $4,000 to $8,000 a year if you just attempted to earn an income. And that changed everything for me. That literally skyrocketed my business. I started providing content for the network marketing industry. I started working alongside, Les Brown, Rachel Hollis, Lou Holtz, Harvey McKay, Eric Thomas, Eric Worre, and then who else? Oh, Tony Robbins. I spoke with Tony Robbins. Yeah. And June. And it's crazy, because for the longest time, when I was involved in network marketing, and I'm not at all anymore, I'm not in any company. I do not financially benefit from any other services other than my accounting practice. And I've made it that way because I want to help people understand. And I don't want there ever to be any sort of competition or people feel like they can't share me. Yeah. And so, now Tony Robbins, they're actually doing a case study on me for what I have been able to accomplish through the Tony Robbins program. So, it's amazing. I feel like it's my path. And then on top of that, we started feeding children and freeing children through sex trafficking. And it's like, I am living my purpose every single day and then freeing up money for people so that they can go live their purpose.
Oh my gosh, Courtney.
How many children have you fed in the last couple of months? I seen something on Facebook one time and I said, oh my gosh.
Well, there's 1 million in 6 months. So we're feeding 8,000 children a day, every day. That's the average. So every dollar that comes into our accounting practice, we feed a serving of whole food, plant-based nutrition to children in need through the only nonprofit in the world that provides non-synthetic products. So every other nonprofit gives synthetic products to malnourished children, which ends up killing them over time. So, malnourishment, and that's the problem with people's immune systems today, is that malnourishment is the number one cause of disease, disability, and death in the world. And every 6 seconds, a child dies of malnutrition. So it's my job single-handedly, along with Sam Castor, is to eradicate childhood malnutrition. So we need to get to 6 million servings a day so that no child ever dies from malnutrition. So that's weighs heavy on my mind every day. And then we started freeing children through sex trafficking through Operation Underground Railroad just recently, because that's one of Tony Robbins that he gives to. And so now about every 3 days, we free a child through sex trafficking. So it's all based upon giving from our gross income, and that becomes 100% tax deductible as a business expense. And then I connected the two because I thought it was the most amazing thing that both of them work together, Manna Relief and Operation Underground Railroad. And now we're going to be feeding all 26 countries, all the kids in the 26 countries that Operation Underground Railroad has freed children through.
I love that. Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, we find about $250,000 a week for people that they didn't know that existed, and we free up money for them. So it's an amazing life.
What are 3 tips that you can, really quick tips that you can give people? Bless you.
Bless you.
You got Corona?
No. You don't sneeze when you have Corona.
So Courtney, what are 3 quick tips that you can give our listeners out there if they're not part of a network marketing company, or if they're not, they're just trying to look for money, or trying to, I mean, it's true. Where Americans are $500 away from bankruptcy a month.
Yes.
So what are 3 quick tips that you can give people?
The biggest thing is finding some sort of home-based business. I don't care what it is. Find that. You're going to save between $400 and $700 a month, every month, just by being involved and attempting to earn income. The other is, as you start making money, you need to have a structure set up properly. So you need an LLC. Once you hit about $1,000 a month in gross income, you need an S Corp election of that LLC once you make about $1,000 a month in net income, or you're going to be overpaying in taxes. So what I always see are commonly the reason why people overpay, and 96% of business owners overpay in taxes, because they're missing deductions. So things like meals and mileage and cell phone and internet, business use of your home, and no, it doesn't cause you to be audited. 19 years, I've never had a client audited for a home-based business at all. So that's not true. So, one of the things I think people are so concerned about is they're so scared that they're going to be audited that they don't take advantage of the deductions that they're entitled to. Yeah. And they're doing their own tax return. And what I do on a daily basis is about 14 tax strategy sessions a day. And all I'm seeing is that people are overpaying because they're trying to save themselves money by doing their own tax return, or having someone that really doesn't understand the home-based business industry, and they're missing out on thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And so, the missed deductions are huge. The strategy of how they're structured, having an LLC treated as an S corporation, allows you to bypass self-employment taxes almost completely. You can bypass 80% of those. And then on top of that, you've got, moving forward, there are tons of other strategies to implement. And one of the things that I'll give to you guys is just my deduction spreadsheet, what I've created over the last 15 years of what are tax deductions. Because the biggest thing I want people to understand is, like, yesterday, if you were a W-2 employee, and I want to share this story because I think this will kind of make sense to you, because right now people are scared to death because they're losing their jobs. Okay. So I want to give you some hope and some understanding of how this all works. I had a client come to my office. It was a couple. They came to my office last year. And at the time I was working from home, because I built my whole accounting practice for the last 10 years at home up until the last 6 months when I was forced to move. Right. All the W-2 employees around me didn't like me being there. So they wanted me to move out with my 13 employees. So we had to move. And so anyway, what this couple came in and they'd gotten a $35,000 increase in pay and wanted to know how much money they were going to actually be able to keep and how much they were going to pay in taxes. And guys, it was $13,000 was what they were keeping out of the 35. And see, that's the problem in America, is we're focused on how much money we are making, not how much money we are keeping. And that is why people are so far in debt, because 40% of almost every dollar you make, if you're a W-2 employee, will go to pay taxes. And taxes, if you combine housing, food, transportation, and I said them backwards. So food, housing, transportation, and automobile expenses, transportation. There's one more. Okay, I can't think of it right this second. But you combine those four, like they're the top, you would think, but taxes exceed them all combined. So I want you to understand, it is so crucial to understand tax strategy. So I said, while they were there, I said, what if one of you stayed at home? What if one of you stayed at home and the other went to work? So I kept that 85,000 and I did away with the 55,000. She was only actually making $1,800 a month, or $21,000 a year off the $55,000 a year paycheck she thought she was getting. So it was costing them $34,000 in taxes. So I told her at that point, you could find a home-based business, something you're passionate about sharing. And because you're in that home-based business, if you made $1,000 a month, because of all the deductions that you're entitled to take, that would literally offset all of your income, because it's typically $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 a year you can take in living expenses and redirect those to business expenses. So you're not paying any money off the money you're making every month. Plus you're actually on paper going in the hole. That offsets your husband's income. Now you're better off than you would have been going to work every day, buying food from Starbucks, going to lunch, all of these things. And instead of your $55,000 a year paycheck. And that was completely eye-opening for me. So for
that's probably eye-opening for so many people, Courtney, and especially right now, right? Those W-2 employees, and they're thinking, I've got these big paychecks. I'm not, and how do I? Okay, so you got to give your opt-in. How do people get in touch with you? How do they turn this epidemic around?
So I think that the easiest way, I've put together some information. If you will text tax to this number, I'm going to give it to you right now. It's 855-949-1829. I'm going to send you a link to download my book for free. Access to a video that explains the new CARES Act, so that'll help you understand that. And then also a $99 tax strategy session. We typically charge $149 for. And then in any way, we'll contact you. If you have help, you can, or need help, you can just reach right back out or book a tax strategy session.
855-949-1829. 855.
Text the word tax.
1829. Yep. All right. So Courtney, stick around, because I actually think this is going to be a beautiful, nice little blend with what Lauren is going to be talking about too, because she is a revenue expansion specialist. And so now that we've learned about the tax liability of actually working for somebody, right? And it's time to work from home and figure this out. Now we have Lauren, which is just beautiful. She says over 40% of wellness companies fail in their first year of launching. But Lauren is the revenue expansion specialist specifically for wellness experts. She's successfully worked with over 200 companies on their marketing, on their branding, on their advertising, helping them put together events. And she's leveraged those assets to help them scale their businesses. She's going to show you how to scale your wellness business so you can change the lives of countless people around the world. And she says this will shift the earth to be a healthier and happier place for all. Lauren, how you doing today?
I'm great.
Lauren, I'm so excited for you to be here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Right? We are super excited. And so, the stuff that Courtney was just talking about, right? The taxes, and really we should be starting our own businesses, and you specifically help folks in the wellness industry. How did you end up being like the expert specifically for the wellness industry?
So I had been working with my clients one-on-one when I launched my company 2 years ago. And I realized very quickly that that was not a way to have a successful business. So I took my services online and started creating a program where I could take my clients from point A to point B. And as I was creating my offer, I realized that I wanted to work specifically with wellness experts because their intellectual property can shift Earth to be a healthier and happier place. So essentially I'm working with the younger version of myself, taking them out of the one-on-one space and into an online program.
Awesome.
And I think that's huge. Like we talk about that all the time at at Media Mastery, like building your business one to many.
Instead of
Because as a small business owner, right? That one-to-one will burn out, like it will max out. We can't actually scale. So what are some of the top things that you encourage them to do to get out of that one-on-one and then create that one-to-many scale?
Yes. So the first thing that we do with our clients is we work with them to create their signature online offer. And then we implement the marketing strategies to drive their ideal clients to their offer. So I would say tip number one is first niche down, figure out who it is you actually want to work with. So then your marketing message can speak to the hearts of your ideal client. Tip number two would be create a signature online offer.
And what kind of things does that look like in the wellness industry?
So it's really interesting because a lot of our clients come to us, and because they're still in the one-on-one space, they are giving services like acupuncture or energy work, massage therapy, yoga. And what we have to teach them is that those are the tools. So we take everything else that they work with their clients on, whether it be herbal supplements, diet, mindset, and then we take that information and put that into an online offer.
Which, as Courtney was talking about, like, no matter what it is, like those, I think it doesn't matter what industry and what business it is, like you're specifically in the wellness, but we can all start to think about anything that we've done. Like, this is the tool. I like how you said that, right? This has been the tool, but there's other pieces to that. I watched all this week, some of these client or guests that we've had on the show, like, I can't do this anymore, but what can I do? And whether it's wellness industry, any industry really, what can I do? So I love that you help.
I like the way she does things because she helps everybody get online. And I think right now, with the way it is right now, everybody needs to have something online. You can't just have those brick and mortar things like Courtney was talking about and she's talking about. You have to have something online, because if you don't and something like this happens again.
Right. And who knew, right? Who knew that all these network marketing and online businesses and home-based businesses
we're going to take off, right?
Rocks, right? Yeah. Because everybody's like teasing them and picking on them. Like, you don't want to do that little thing.
Well, and the interesting thing too is a lot of our clients, when they first come in, they're scared because they love the one-on-one time they have with their clients. And they can still offer those services, but the primary focus is a signature transformational journey for their clients. Then they can offer the one-on-one services for their premium high-end clients.
Signature transformational. What did you say? Service experience?
So we work with them to create their signature online journey.
No, but signature transformation.
Oh, the transformational journey.
Oh.
She's going to take that and run with it, Lauren.
So essentially it's
talk about it.
It's taking their clients, from point A to point B. And because they're transforming their lives, it also allows for a higher ticket price on the program.
I think you might just got yourself another expert title there, a signature transformational journey expert.
Yes.
Okay. So we niche it. Right? We go online. What are some other things you recommend?
So let's see, it was first niche down, then start creating your signature journey. And then after that, with your marketing strategies, the best marketing strategy that we implemented into our program and what we do with our clients is a pre-recorded masterclass.
Oh.
So we create with our clients their pre-recorded masterclass. And in this masterclass, you're going to talk about the benefits of the program that you offer your clients.
And how long should this masterclass be?
About 30 minutes. And what's great about this is you're going to go through several revisions of your masterclass. The first one that we did, it was an hour and 15 minutes, a live class. And then we took that. We reached back to all of the people who had watched it, got audience-driven feedback, and then optimized our next one. And we're in the process now of recording our fourth one. So we're always optimizing our master classes, but essentially it is a recording and it tells everyone the benefits of what it is to work with you. And then it's your automated selling machine.
I imagine like before the pandemic, before all of this, that there was probably some pushback and I don't need that, or I'll do that later, or like, it's not important. I've got this, I've got my business and da, da, da. But that right now, I imagine that this is exactly what they're looking for. Like, I need this. Like,
Right.
I need to figure this out.
Remember when you told me that I should do this, and I told you I'm going to wait until next quarter, and I'm going to wait till next year. I'm ready now.
Exactly.
Right. And I also think like the receiving end of it, like our clients, like they don't have any other option from us right now. They can't come see us one-on-one. They can't, get those one-on-one hands-on services. So they are even more receptive to learning this way and to buying and to learning and connecting and buying your services this way. So what have been some of the biggest shifts though for you in all of this, like bringing this in? I mean, are you able to keep up with it? Are you seeing a lot of new companies come to you? What's been the biggest shift you've seen?
So we are signing clients, which I'm very, very thankful for. And I would say the biggest shift is that they're just pushed into a space that before, like you said, it was, oh, we'll do it eventually. Whereas now is they have to do it now. What's interesting though, is that with our current clients, the shift has been helping them manage now having to do online offers.
Yeah.
So we've had to help them implement marketing strategies that typically we wouldn't work with them on until they're further along working with us. So that's been the interesting shift, and just the weight of what they deal with their clients, we're having to manage that as well. So it's been an interesting wave the last like 3 or 4 weeks. About 3 weeks ago, our clients were mentally in a bad place. And then 2 weeks ago, they started coming up. And then this week they were more up. So it's just been interesting to see the wave of how it's affecting them, but then their clients.
Courtney, have you seen that too? Like the wave of people that are like, yep, I do need a home-based business, and I'm sorry I didn't start this sooner. Are you starting to see that too?
Right.
Yes. And I mean, things are, really exploding. Our business is skyrocketing because we took the whole network marketing concept and turned that into an accounting practice. I mean, what other accounting practice are you not allowed to go see your accountant? Ours, because we talk to clients over the phone. We've created, I did it out of sheer necessity that we wanted clients all over the country, and I didn't want clients just here in South Carolina. So we automated everything. And I think that's the businesses who are willing to put in the time and the effort, because in the beginning, it was so hard. It was like, it would just be easier for me to do this, but you have to really stop. Like what Lauren is doing, it takes so much time and effort for an entrepreneur to stop what they're doing and create that online presence. But as soon as you do, and there's money coming in every month that you're not like doing work for, it's super crazy. Like it feels weird because we have a membership
calls and sales calls. It's just coming in automatically.
Yeah. And I mean, once you get someone who falls in love with you, they will just share you and share you and share you. But if you just have that brick and mortar location, people aren't going to tell as many people about you, because I mean, I don't really have friends here. Like all my friends are just everywhere, And so if you have somebody who's great, then, and they have some sort of online presence, at least there's a connection. You can connect them and help network for them.
I love it. So Lauren, when they're coming to you right now, they're like on fire, right? They're like, I need this now. Everybody's responding. What would you say is like the next step? Like, what do you want? Like, what should we be thinking about and doing now? If we had a business that was so hands-on, what should they be doing now?
Sign up with a coach. First step, find someone that you align with who has the end results that you want to achieve with your online offer, and start working with someone, because it's very difficult to navigate this world on your own, and it's going to take you a very long time to figure this all out on your own. So find a coach that you align with. And once you start working with them, really just start, instead of focusing on everything that's happening right now, look at the big picture of your business, everything that goes on with it, and think about everything that could ever happen, like what's happening now, and do things to prevent, so that no matter what's happening, you are covered. Like I said, you have an online offer, and eventually you have multiple online offers, and then you can still offer in-person services for when you're able to do those.
You know, whoever thought, right? Who really ever thought that all the brick and mortar stores would have to, right, to be closed? And I think that we often think that's the highlight, right? Let's go open up our own, you know, storefront and have our own office, and we'll have, right? Like that would be almost like the business dream, right? To have a building and have, right? But really in this day, right, especially this day and age, anything that we're doing virtually and online is going to be critical. And really, when you're looking for a coach, right, when you're looking for somebody, because the entrepreneurial world is not for the faint of heart, right? Like it is, there's a lot of people who come in and drop out because you do need guidance, and you need guidance from people who have done it, who are doing it, not somebody who did it 20 years ago, but somebody who's like in it right now in this culture, right, in this dynamic, in this marketplace, right, who is that business first responder out there. And Lauren, like having you and Courtney, like you're the business first responders that are out there leading the way and being in front of the wave
and pivoting your business immediately.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so Lauren, I know you've got this incredible program. You've got some great ways for people to get in touch with you. How do we do that?
So what I have for you all today is a template to start building out your online offer. And you can get that by going to www.thewealthywellnesssystem.com/SPLM.
Say that one more time.
thewealthywellnesssystem.com/SPLM. Signature Program Lead Magnet, SPLM.
I love that you created a template, right, to help people put together, because I think a lot of people are like, I don't know what I would sell. I don't know what I would do, right? I have no idea. So what are some of the things, like what is, like, how do you get people in that mindset to say, I actually do have something? Like, what's one of the things on the template, that an exercise or something you make them do in order to help develop that? Not the whole template, I'll make them go get it, but like just to help them, like, I do have something inside of me. Or...
So in the template, one of the pages, there are 9 sections. And in the 9 sections, it's also broken down further. And we direct you on what information to start inputting into those 9 sections to start breaking down your online offer.
Gotcha.
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna go get my online offer. Like
everybody has something really that they could be offering. And I was chatting with somebody the other day, and she's like, well, why would they buy it from me? Because, you know, so-and-so already does it. Like, it was a pretty big name in the space. And I thought, now that's a limiting belief right there, that just because somebody else has put it out there that you can't, like that they totally have the market cornered, right? And so we all have something, we all have a gift. Maybe you had a business, right? And you can transform that. And there's resources. There's so many resources. Don't sit back. I was saying it yesterday. We're sitting back. You know, a lot of people are sitting back. They're worrying. They're waiting, right? They're wondering. They're all of this. Like, but being in front of the wave, taking yours, because there are more people looking for help than there are coaches and people who are helping. It might look like it, like in some of our worlds, because we're all coaches, we're all speakers, and we're like, everybody's offering something right now. But we are a small minority, right? To all the people who are looking for help, who need our guidance. And it would be really selfish of us to not share that and not.
And they don't buy your product. They like your product, but they buy you. They like you.
I was just going to say, it's you.
Factor, you know?
Oh, this poor woman. This poor woman. She just had a whole lot of mind stuff going on, right?
I think we can all get into that mindset sometimes when we have that self-doubt, you know, and that's why we all need that coach to get us out of that mindset.
Well, Courtney, these numbers are baffling to me, right? The fact that, you know, we are pouring money into the taxes. And I know that the tax laws, my husband and I actually met in Amway. So we, we're kind of, you know, grew up on a network marketing business and learning about how the taxes were designed for business owners. And that counts if you run a home-based business, that all of the tax incentives and for the most part were designed for business owners. So that's how we met, and we've now been business owners, right, for all these years, and took a lot of the fundamentals of residual income and being debt free and recurring revenue, all of that stuff into our each separate businesses along the way. So being a business owner, like, definitely get with a team, definitely have a guidance system, you know, somebody that can support you, who's walked the walk, who's made the mistakes, who knows like the landmines that are waiting in front of you to help you to be more profitable. Courtney, give your little opt-in one more time and the phone number so people can connect with you.
Yes, and I got to share one thing, because I just had somebody post something on one of my pages or whatever, and one of my clients stepped in. And apparently I posted a video and someone said, you know, some of what she tells you will land you in an audit. You can't win faster than you can click file on a tax return. Dangerous advice for many. This is what impoverishes our country. Like, I'm just telling you straight up, I've never had a client in 19 years audited for anything revolving a business from home. Nothing. I had one hairdresser audited in 19 years for a state audit. And then after that, we won the audit completely. So I guess my biggest thing for people out there is stop listening to people that do not know what they're talking about.
People, right?
Yes.
Correct.
I mean, but the thing is like 96% of people are overpaying in taxes. You know, and H&R Block put out that thing that billions of people were overpaying in taxes. And then you've got 96%, Forbes put out that 96% of business owners are overpaying in taxes, because people like that are scaring them into not taking the deductions that they're entitled to take. And that has nothing to do with an audit, nothing. So people like me.
You are entitled.
You're entitled
to take those deductions.
Right.
Yes.
The whole purpose of every business is to lose money on paper and make money at the end of the day. I mean, Amazon pays $0 in taxes on $11.2 billion. Walmart pays 0.12% in taxes, and the average American pays 40% in taxes. People have been sold a bill of goods, and it just is sad. And that's what I told her. It's sad that you believe that, but please don't pour into and give those myths and lies to people who really need these tax deductions and can really change their life by having a home-based business. And so that's more important than giving you
again, Courtney.
That's more important to me giving you that number. But because
then go back and comment on all the Facebook Lives and the watch parties. Put your number in there.
So it is 855. I don't even know what my
949.
1849.
855-949-1829. I don't call myself very often. And you just text tax to that number. We're going to send you all the information. So,
all right, Lauren, you're up next.
So much, Courtney.
Goodie.
So thewealthywellnesssystem.com/SPLM.
Or signature program lead magnet.
Yes.
I like it. All right, Miss Tina, your opt-in.
My opt-in is text the word connection to 26786. All these numbers, I'm going, wait, what am I doing? 26786. You're going to get $1,000 off my online course that I just launched, the Connection to Client Blueprint, helping you take your connections to clients and then increasing your cash flow.
I love it.
And it's a tax deduction.
And it's a tax deduction.
Yeah, I will tell you what I love. I love knowing the rules for business owners. Like you feel so empowered when you know the rules for taxes, when you know your numbers, when you're creating revenue. Now you've got whatever, even if you had a brick and mortar store, right? You know now to go and create a signature online course. You're going to connect with Lauren. You're going to connect with Courtney to make sure you're paying
yourself a great CPA who knows what she's doing.
It's like an instant raise, honestly, right? When you stop paying so much in taxes, right? Like, which is better, to pay less in, like, you don't even have to make more money, just paying less in taxes, and you have more money in your pocket at the end of the day. So I'm Angel Tuccy. I am your media exposure specialist, helping you to attract more leads, more clients, leveraging the power of OPP, other people's platforms, radio, television, magazines, podcasts, press releases, and you can get your complimentary media guide at makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. Well, ladies,
it is Friday, so we will see you guys back here on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern for the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for being our guests today. And I forgot who we have on Monday. Who do we have Monday? Really quickly, we have Patty Phillips and Cheryl Fields, another two amazing ladies that are in the field and in the industry. So we hope you guys have a great, fabulous weekend and happy Easter.
Oh yeah, happy Easter.
Easter's on
Happy Easter,
Sunday.
everybody. See you Monday.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, guys.